fucking show's fun, isn't it? How good were those fights tonight, man?
Well, let's say, Dan, I mean, the last 2 weeks you've been, you've been good about it, but it was kind of a weird start to the season, right? So, I mean, to have a night like tonight, or it's just one after another, I mean, was it kind of important to have a night like this?
No, listen, it happens when you're dealing with fights. Anything is possible, you know? It's like this last weekend. You have big international fight week, fights that look good on paper, all this other stuff. You don't know how they're going to play out, and the show was incredible. Same thing here, especially here. You're dealing with guys that aren't at the same level as the guys that we have on the big pay-per-views, and they're nervous, and it's just a different. But these are all the things that I like. These are the things that I'm looking for. You're going to have the weeks like we had the last couple of weeks, where you come in. At least these people get the opportunity and the chance to come in and do this and feel that feeling, and go back and work on what they need to work on, and someday get like this kid Ocon I'm talking about. That kid's going to be a stud someday. As long as he stays on the path, continues to train and work hard and trains with the right people and does the right thing, I truly believe that kid's going to be great. You saw a couple of holes in his game tonight that were exposed. Very few holes in his game. 23 years old, he's got nothing but time, and I think that kid's going to be good someday. He'll be back again.
Do you ever consider giving him a developmental deal or something like that, or is it just not? Is it too early?
Nah, let this kid do his thing. Let him get. He's developed. I mean, he's got a few things that he needs to work on, and he's going to be great someday.
So what does the conversation go like with you and the matchmakers when you're deciding to give out 5 deals? Because I mean, I know that as much as they love it too, that's guys they got to get on fight cards now,
Yeah.
right? So what's that conversation?
It's a no-brainer though. When you have a night like tonight and kids show up and perform like they did, and it's not just about the way they performed, but who did they fight and how did they perform? You couldn't ask for a better night than tonight. It was incredible.
Did they push back though and go like, Dave, that's a lot of bodies, man. That's a lot of.
I mean, they feel the same way that I do. Listen, at the end of the day, me, them, you, we're all fight geeks, man. That's what we are. And when you see a night like tonight, it fires me up. I get excited, and every one of these kids came in and did what was expected of them to come in and get a UFC contract.
Yeah. You mentioned that you thought Maki Pitolo was in the wrong weight class. Will you tell him to move? I mean, what if he says like, I'm good
listen.
here?
What's going to happen with that kid is we'll get him over here at the PI. He'll work with all these guys over here, the experts. They'll teach him how to eat. They'll teach him how to cut weight, train properly, all these other things. That kid's only going to become better because he got signed.
Yeah. What do you think the lesson is? Because I know that you've kind of been saying that, people think I'm looking for finishers. I'm not just looking for finishers.
Right.
I mean, so what's the lesson that people can take out of tonight, for instance?
Listen, this is, I mean, they say it at the beginning. It's a little corny and whatever, but it's the truth. This is the hardest job interview ever. You know what you're here to do. And listen, I've been doing this for 20 years. You know what I'm looking for. If you don't know what I'm looking for by now, I'm not looking for guys that come over here and try to win the opportunity to get into the UFC to play it safe to win. You got to decide whether you want to do that the rest of your career. But you don't do it here. That's not what this is about, and that's not what I'm looking for.
Last thing for me, what does this mean for the people next week? I mean, you can't give out 5 deals every week, right? Does it make it harder next week? You got to be getting more selective?
Give out 5 deals every week for the rest of this, as long as this thing goes on, if they deserve it. If you deserve it, you're going to get a contract. I'm not going, well, this guy deserves it, but I don't want to give out 3 contracts this week. I'm going to give it to whoever it deserves. Listen, we're not doing fewer fights, fewer people aren't getting injured every month. It's, we'll make it work. And you have to make tough decisions, because guess what? If I bring in 15 got to go. So that's how it works.
Dana, one of the losers of the first fight admitted that he was fighting with a broken leg. I'm curious if that's something that you would consider maybe giving him another shot, if that's something you...
Who is this? I'm sorry.
Jacob Rosales, the first fighter.
Yeah.
He lost.
Yeah.
He took the fight knowing he had a broken leg because he wanted the chance. He's curious if that's something...
I didn't even know that. How did he get through medicals with a broken leg?
I have to ask him.
Yeah. Listen, we really like that kid. He was tough. Again, when you look at that first fight, and it takes 2 to make a great fight, and he was definitely a part of that. And I can see that kid getting here someday with the way that he fights and his attitude and everything. So, but no, I'm not looking at him right now saying, oh, he fought with a broken leg, so we'll bring him in.
What do you think of the Brazilian guy who broke his foot in the first round, though, like in the beginning of the fight?
What about him?
Keep fighting after having a broken foot in the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, I just said, in the interview I was talking about, when you watch the replay, when he breaks his foot, he doesn't wince in pain, he doesn't make a face, he doesn't stumble, he doesn't react to it at all. He just keeps moving forward and continues to try to win the fight. That's a bad man right there.
He used to fight in 170 in Brazil.
Huh?
He used to fight in 170 in Brazil. 170 is the weight division.
He used to fight
At 170.
at 170 in Brazil?
Yeah.
Jesus. That's crazy. That guy's huge.
Yeah, you think he's going to fight 170 in UFC?
Probably not. It's probably a good idea to stay up. Yeah, he's a big guy.
Did you know his foot was broken?
Must kill him to make 170, huh?
Did you know his foot was broken when it happened? Or?
I had no idea. If you watch in the replay, they're showing the replay right now, you can't tell. Look at, he doesn't show it on his face or anything. He does nothing.
Yeah.
He acts like he threw a kick and that's it. That's a real guy right there.
When you do see something like that after you realize, oh, his foot did break, but he hadn't said anything about it, you didn't notice him wince or anything, does that kind of, in your mind, give you even more reason to sign someone like
Everything about that guy. I said, I like everything about that guy. There's not one thing that I didn't like about that kid, including his personality.
Dana, just curious, will the developmental deal ever be dusted off again? And if so, what's your preferred criteria for something to be handed out?
Yeah, well, it's so different now with the PIs. We're opening on all these PIs around the world, and I'm not saying I would never do a developmental deal, but I don't know. Yeah, I would.
Dana, with so many great fights and so many contracts, what do you think was your favorite fight, or who impressed you the most tonight?
Ask me that again?
Who impressed you the most tonight of all the fights?
Oh God, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I would have to say that I like the way Patolo. I like how he throws his punches, and really, he throws real light. Then he starts ripping them. The guy has really good hands, knows how to throw his hands. Then when he hurt him to the body, he didn't stop hitting him to the body. I mean, his performance was unbelievable. The last performance, it's tough to say. I loved them all. That's why I signed them all. Cool? Thanks for coming, you guys. Appreciate it.